Dear students, previously we learned about the qualities of good writing. Now, in this unit, we will learn how to write an email in an effective manner. So, there are some steps we need to follow before writing an email. The first one is use a professional email address. Imagine that you are hiring a manager and you receive the following two emails from cute_dog_lover@hotmail.com, and the second one is from email_sepstein@hotmail.com. Now, which email are you more likely to open and read, and which person would you consider hiring? Obviously the second one, given that all the other parameters are the same. Ensure that you send non-professional emails from a professional email address. The second one is have a simple and clear subject. The email subject is the first thing that anyone reads in any email and is often one of the factors that influence the recipient to open and read the emails. Whatever is said, most of the readers judge the email by the subject line. In fact, a lot of recipients decide whether to open an email or not based on the subject when they receive emails from non-contacts or strangers. Your subject line should be a small summary of the email and can also set an expectation on the call to action needed from this email. Example: quarterly revenue report / includes analysis. Another example can be our meeting at the date of particular event and let's catch up. Then request your presence at event name. The third point you need to consider writing an email is writing an email you need to consider is begin with a positive greeting. Start the email with a positive note. Provide a relevantly greeting for the recipient based on the region they are from, the time of the year they receive this email, or just simple good morning or good evening. When the email turns into an email thread or conversation with a lot of to and fro replies, you can drop the greetings. However, when you are emailing someone for the first time, the greeting gives a positive vibe to the reader and you can assure of a response in a positive tone. Examples may be: thanks for great insights about our discussion topic at this event. It was a pleasure meeting you at Serena Hotel. The next point you need to consider is the state the background of your email. If you are emailing someone for the first time, introduce yourself and state the background of the email. You need to state how you know the recipient and why you are emailing the person. For example, when you are emailing someone you met an event or emailing a contact introduced by a friend, be sure to mention the event name or your friend's name along with the details on how you know the recipient. For example, it was great discussing with you about the construction project. It can be: I am emailing you to take the construction project we discussed in Serena Hotel forward. It can be: I am reaching to you about the construction project we discussed at the Serena Hotel. Next thing to consider in email writing is to provide the purpose in a crux. This is the main part of the email where you mention the core content or purpose of the email. Ensure that you write the core email's content in clear, short sentences. Avoid unwanted jargon or too technically industry-specific terms in the very first email, specifically when you are not sure about the recipient's knowledge in those areas. If you have a lot to say, it would be better to communicate the main and important items in the first email and save the rest for the later. The next point is to add the closing remarks. In addition to call to action, add closing remarks to give that finishing touch to your email. Use simple sentences as in the sample below. In addition to call to action, Add closing remarks to give that finishing touch to your email. Use simple sentences as we are mentioning below without being too pushy. Examples: waiting for your positive response to take it further. Your swift response shall be appreciated. Looking forward to work with you on this. Feel free to call me at your number if you need more details. And the next one is use professional signatures. Do not forget to add a professional signature to the end of your email. Your signatures helps you to establish your authenticity, your role, your brand, along with the required contact information. When you are emailing someone for the first time, use an email signature that specifies your full name, your role, and the company or brand you are associated with. Additionally, you can include your company's website and links to the social media handle. Next important point to consider is to use the CC or BCC wisely. You can include other relevant contacts in the email to have them in the loop. For example, when you send an email to someone who has been introduced by another common friend, it is good to copy that common friend in the CC of the email. Thank him/her for the introduction and continue the email. In general, it's not a good practice to BCC someone without the actual recipient knowing, unless you think that future conversations are irrelevant for them. In some cases, you may need to add a compliance email address in BCC to archive the email separately.